Hey, what's good, people, man? It's the Health and Wellness Dread, aka the Platinum Video Dread. You see it. Sometimes you look around at your friends, maybe family members, and certainly people in the media, and they just seem to be achieving what they want, their goals are. And for you, you're thinking, well, why is it that I can't get the things I want? Whether that be personal goals like being in a solid, cozy relationship, or optimal health, or certain goals in terms of career driven. And you ask yourself the question, I'm doing everything, I'm trying, why is it? And it gets frustrating, especially when you're trying. But I want to open up with a story as to why I believe that over 90% of people don't get the things that they really, really want. Imagine the moment you come into this world. And I want you to imagine this in terms of imagery. The moment you come into this world, there's a golden path in front of you. And as you look down the path and up the hill, at the very end, your goal is there, right there. Whatever it is, doesn't matter whether it's a big goal or a small goal. The goal that you want is right at the end of that golden path. And you look at that and say to yourself, it's easy, man. All I've got to do is just keep stepping, man, shut. But then you're told that all manner of distractions are going to be popping out at you to get you off the path. And when I say distractions, I'm talking about things that you love, and they'll be in abundance. Everything. Entertainment, sex in abundance, drugs, people's opinions. Everything that has negative or positive impacts on your thought processes is going to be there. It's almost going to be like the best of everything that you ever dreamed of is going to be jumping out at you as you walk in that path. But the thing to remember is that those distractions can't physically take you off the path. You have to be prepared to step off the path. And if you step off the path, you go right back to the beginning and start again. Now, it's a very simple story, if you like, or analogy, if you like, but that's the reason why most people struggle to achieve their goals. They think there's something wrong with them, or they're not capable, but it's down to one simple thing, and that is staying focused. Remember, there's a reason why in this world that we live in, the media is probably the most powerful entity that you can think of, because they're always throwing all manner of distractions at us. Buy this, buy that, or admire this person, admire that person, or spend hours and hours watching this or watching that. And as the days go by, day after day after day, we're getting completely derailed from our own goals and what our own potential is. It kind of reminds me of, remember, I don't know if you're familiar with the story of Pinocchio, when he goes to that island. I forget what the island's called. And it's complete gluttony. You can have the best of everything you want, and then once you start getting involved in tasting and and living that whole gluttonous life, you start turning into, I think it's a donkey. Now that is a situation that most people find themselves in, but they don't know it. That road has always been clear, always, but it's been the responsibility for every individual to remain focused on the goal. And I'm not saying it's easy, because it really, really isn't. And as time has progressed, particularly in this quote-unquote modern world, technology is at an all-time high, where you can have things that people only 50 years ago could never even have dreamed of or imagined. And so every generation coming up now, it's getting more and more tricky, because you've got this whole TikTok world whereby everything is quick. So we're being stimulated every second of every day, man. And as a result of that, we can't quite remain focused on where we need to go. This isn't about having a certain amount of money or contacts. Those things may help, but trust and believe. This is more to do with staying focused on the thing that you want. That's one of the reasons why you'll see some people that achieve things, they just seem crazy, because they're so focused and almost manic about the thing that they want. But the reason why that is because you're looking at someone who's not allowing things on the left or the right to stop them from getting what they want. Whereas for the most people, they're just used to coming off the track and, just indulging in this, indulging in that, spending a good few hours on Netflix or whatever it is, and every moment is dragging you away from what you are capable of doing. And the sad thing is that for most people, they're consuming all this information, all these movies, all this or that. But the person or the people or whoever you're consuming the information from, they're the ones making money on your behalf, man. And they had to do the very thing that you're not doing, which is they had to focus and focus and focus on what they wanted. Which is why they were able to be in front of you on the TV or whatever they're doing, living the dreams that they've set out to, while you're there wondering why you haven't. And now remember, this is not just about material things. I mean, ultimately, that voice that spoke to you at the beginning of the journey is the voice of the soul, the eternal voice. Some say Jah, some say Allah, some say Most High, Universe. It doesn't matter what you call that name, but it's the same one voice that's always been there, and it's given us the blueprint that yes, it's achievable, no doubt about it, man. And the beautiful thing about it is never too late. Okay, you have to go back and start again. Now you know. Now you know. And whenever you see these distractions coming at you, wherever it is, whatever it is, all those things that try to stimulate indulgence, food, sex, drugs, or entertainment, all those things that stimulate overindulgence, then wait a minute, it's a red flag. I've set out to get this, to do this, and I'm not going to let anything get in my way to get to the end of the road. And remember, it could even be something as simple as, I say simple, but it's not simple at all, as having a loving, solid, joyful relationship, or having optimal health, or recovering from a disease that many people said you couldn't. It doesn't matter what it is. The main thing to remember is focus, and remain focused on the end goal, and knowing that those distractions and allures and all those things can't take you off the path unless you're prepared to come off the path. But they can't physically grab you off the path. Your friends can't physically say, come, let's just do this. It's down to you and your decision to make that. That's your call. But ultimately, you have it in you to keep going and to keep going to the end. If you fall off, you start again, but you keep going and you keep going to the end. Anyway, man, I hope that makes sense. Let me know your thoughts on your journey into achieving the things that you wanted, what you did. Drop down your comments. I read them all and I always respond. Anyways, the Health and Wellness Dread, aka the Platinum Bearded Dread, signing off. Oh yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we can do this again. Share, man.